All right. I did read your statement in totality, not just the headline of you want it to be 350 pesos. It would seem to me, Congresswoman, that you said the priority here is still economic cha-cha, as that would open up the economy and make us, afford better the 350 peso legislated wage hike. Can you please explain more about what you said?
Well, there is this proposal of Senate for a 100 peso day increase in minimum daily wage. However, if we look at the bigger picture, while that promise seems promising, the practicability and doability of it is actually at limbo because this is actually passed on to our MSMEs. Pinapasa ulit ito sa taong bayan simply because 90 to 95% of the employers are actually MSMEs. On the other hand, if we really need to make an impact, to create an impact on the spending, the spending capability of Filipino families, then we have to increase that to 350. But again, we need to balance, and that is why the bigger question here is, why is it that we are pushing for a 100 peso wage hike charge to the private sector and charge to employers who cannot possibly cope up and would result to their businesses folding up. But on the other hand, we are preventing the ACAP program, whose intention is actually to help the minimum wage earners cope up with the trying times. And as we can see, even the ACAP funding is not that sufficient because we were looking at 12 million families and that would actually require 60 billion. In other words, napakadali kasing magpaasa, pero mas masakit kasing pinapaasa ka tapos hindi naman siya mapapatupad. So we need to legislate measures that are actually practicable and that will really happen.
That's exactly what the country's largest business groups have said, Congresswoman Garin, in the petition that they sent Senate President Mig Zubiri a few days ago, saying that, yes, it will hurt the MSMEs, which, as we keep pointing out, are the economic backbone of this country, and that they won't be able to afford it, and it might also cause unintended inflation.
We don't want this law. While the intention is good, we don't want the legislated salary wage hike to end up as a political promise. Yes. So Congress is really studying it thoroughly.
Exactly. So I have two questions for you. One is, where did the 350 peso figure come from? I wonder how it came to be. And number two, how much support would you say you have in the lower house over this legislated wage hike?
The proposal of Deputy Speaker Raymond Mendoza is actually 150 pesos. But if you look at the bigger picture, the increase in the prices of commodities, if we look at the basis of Congressman Mendoza's proposal, it does not suit a post-pandemic situation. But if you look at the impact of pandemic, the increase should be tripled, because 5 years after the end of every pandemic, the economic challenges are there, not to mention the impact of education, of health, and other similarly situated expenditures that a family will have. So napakamahal ng bilihin, napakamahal ng pagkain. We still have climate change and its impact. So if we look at the bigger picture, the intention is for every Filipino family to have a decent life. An increase of 2,400 pesos cannot bring you to, maybe that will just bring you to one step, cannot even bring you 3 steps forward, but you are being pulled down 5 steps backward. So that's why if possible, we can propose 350 pesos. However, the practicability of doing that can only happen if we also open up our economy. We cannot just, put on one solution. It should be a collaboration of many factors. You invite investors, you open the economy, you infuse our people with the capability to be more competitive, and you allow the infusion of foreign investors to enter our local economy, because that will trickle down. If you have more investors here, then you will have more Filipinos. You will have opening for MSMEs, even tourism.